Next one is job. Next up on the list, and man, we are moving. This might have to be a two-parter because, you know, if I make a video too long, y'all don't watch it. Or y'all do something like watch it 2-3 times speed or something, and then it's like, you know what's funny? Okay, so I tried doing that for something else because I've gotten my life coaching certification. I'm trying to go to my master life coach certification, and there's just a lot of material. And I was like, well, let me just speed it up because people kept saying it. Just watch it 2-3 times speed. I'm like, we sometimes just want to like digest, not even digest, but just intake content. But sometimes you don't digest. You just inhale it. We on our content version of my 600-pound life. Let's just get it down. It'll make sense later. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, this is an oldie but a goodie. Okay, because you guys have heard me give this out on the live stream, so this is one that I'm just gonna repeat it so we get it all in one space, but with a twist. So you guys know what this is. This is a lodestone, and that's L-O-D-E. Stone, okay? L-O-D-E stone. Lodestone is magnetite, okay? It is a natural magnet that just occurs out in nature. And to be quite honest, we're more likely to run into these on the plantation than one of these. Y'all need to just stop. When nobody out picking cotton and finding one, stop. But anyway, a lot of times, if you're looking for a job or even a promotion, this is the working for you, okay? Now, I have been out of the workforce for a little bit, but I remember people, you go and fill out the application. I know things are online now because that's always a question when I give people this working, because it's super simple. You just take an application for a job that you want, and then you set a lodestone on top of it and pray the 23rd Psalm. Now you could also, if you would like, burn some money drawing incense along with it. Now, why money drawing? Because a new job is just that. It's a means of money. And so by doing a money drawing, and remember, every work that we do, we need an avenue or an iron in the fire so that the universe can get that from point A to point B, which is us. Because remember, we do not manifest. We don't create. All we do is attract. And so when I do a money drawing working, people will go to www.trueconjure.com and buy some of their finest hoodoo, roots, herbs, candles, or whatever. For other people, their avenue may be more overtime. Okay. So if you want a job, do a money drawing working and then focus on the job and let that be the avenue by which the universe gets the job from there to you. So the lodestone attracts. So you set it on top of an application for that job, pray the 23rd Psalm, and then that puts that job in play. See, the lodestone will attract whatever. By putting something up under it, it's kind of like you're programming it, like this is what I want, attract this. Then that will bring the job to you. Now, if the job has completely online postings, then just go to Google, type in generic job application, write the name of the job on the application, and then place that under the lodestone. Now, like I said, back when I was in the workforce, I remember that if you wanted a promotion, they would have like internal job postings. And I remember working for the city. I'd be all over them things. Like, please let me get one of them. And I always look at the internal job postings, right? But you can just print out one again and put it up under there. And then that will pull that promotion from point A to point B, which is you. Okay, so there we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So like I said in the beginning of this video, you can burn a job candle, dress it with job oil, and set that on top, or you can do it with the lodestone. It's completely up to you, but both are effective. Okay, guys, so the next item up for our greatest hits video is how to keep away unwanted guests. Now, sometimes there are people that we just don't want, we don't like. Let's be honest, a lot of times it's people that we do care about, like family, but you care about them from a distance, and you just would rather they did not come to your house. And I totally understand that. Now, this is one I've never given away before anywhere, so why not here? And it's not really that hard. What I want you to do is get a little charcoal disc, and you know the type that people use for hookah or burning, like say frankincense and myrrh, the resin incense. So you get the little disc and then you light it. Super easy. And of course, you're gonna want it on a fire-safe plate. Now for this, you could use either some breakup incense if you've got it already, or if you want to go the non-store-bought route, take a pinch of valerian and then a pinch of sulfur, and then you're gonna put it on the disc. It's gonna smell bad, but we're going for effectiveness here. And once you get the smoke going, stand at your front door, turn away, inhale, and then turn back, and then say the person's name very breathily, exhaling breathily, so that you are blowing like the smoke out the front door, saying their name. So, you know, green lifts go away, green lifts go away, green lifts go away. You say it 3 times, and then after that, you can extinguish the charcoal. But just doing that will keep whoever's name you called will keep them from coming to your house. Okay, whoever's name you call will keep them from coming to your home. Now, the crazy part is a lot of times we get into, well, not me, but a lot of times I see in the spiritual community, people getting into the mindset of a working will only do one thing and one thing only. No, remember our ancestors, they did not have the luxury of having things that were, you know, single use only. Everything we had to multitask. And I talk about the butter knife all the time. And especially like in our community, the butter knife did not just spread butter. Butter knife spread butter, peanut butter. Sometimes it was a screwdriver. Sometimes it could pry up something that was kind of jammed like a locked door. So the butter knife did a lot of things. And I say that to say the very essence of our community is, even in hoodoo, things don't just do one thing. So remember, we're talking about keeping an unwanted guest away. So oftentimes you guys have heard me talk about the railroad nail, and how if you drive a railroad nail at the northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest corners of your property, it will it'll act as a protection also to nail you in that place. What I want you to do is, if you have the name of someone unwanted that you don't want there, write it down 9 times on a piece of paper and then bury it in the spot above the railroad nails, and it will keep just that person away. It'll keep just that person away. Something else you can do, y'all getting a 3 for 1 here, because listen, I completely understand. Sometimes you just want to be left alone. So get you some breakup incense. Okay, get you some breakup incense, because breakup is not just a romantic thing. It is a breakup, in essence, is a separation. So if you want to keep someone away, write your name and their name on a sheet of paper, light some breakup incense, and then pass it through the smoke of the incense. Now, someone asked me one time, they were like, well, how many times? How many times? I'm like, just until the ancestors tell you to stop. And then once you have passed it through a few times, drop it on the incense and let it smolder. And then that will break you up energetically from them and keep them from wanting to come by your house in the first place. Okay? So there you go. Ways to keep away unwanted guests.